Hi, I'm Dr. Liz Cruz, gastroenterologist in Phoenix, Arizona. Thank you so much for joining us for this series on disrupting the medical industry. So hopefully you've been following along. And today we're going to talk about just some generic digestive aids that you can buy over the counter. Some of them you can use for the same thing, but I'm just going to kind of walk us through this and just to show you the products that I bought over the counter. You can buy these at any convenience store. The first one that we have here is simethicone, otherwise known as Gas-X, which is for gas and bloating. And it basically just eliminates gas and bloating. We used to use this in our babies' bottles when our babies were on formula, and you would shake it up and then you had all those little bubbles. We'd put little drops of simethicone and you could just see the bubbles literally disappearing. So that's what this does. This basically helps bubbles disappear. IBGard is something that is recommended in patients who have irritable bowel syndrome. And the main ingredient in this is actually a really great ingredient. It's peppermint. Peppermint is something that where they actually have had studies that show that if you take some peppermint and even rub it on your belly, it just helps as far as calming things down with the stomach if somebody's having some discomfort that could be due to irritable bowel. The problem with this is that not only does it have wonderful peppermint, but in addition to it, it has all these fillers, all these inactive ingredients, which are fillers, preservatives. So they're basically chemicals. So not only now are you taking peppermint, but now you're taking all these other chemicals that you do not need. It's just chemicals that now your body has to work extra hard to get rid of. So this is what IBGard is. Pepto-Bismol. Pepto-Bismol has been around for a long time. Pepto-Bismol used for gas, for diarrhea, used for just stomach discomfort. A lot of people will just go and buy some Pepto-Bismol and take a swig of it, and sometimes they'll find relief, and sometimes they won't. And then Alka-Seltzer. Alka-Seltzer has been around for a long time. Alka-Seltzer has a couple ingredients here that work as an antacid. So if you're having heartburn, acid reflux, it could potentially help with that in calming down or neutralizing the acid. But the other thing that this has in it that's always bothered me is that it has aspirin. And I've never understood why a product that's made for somebody who's having heartburn and maybe stomach pain would have aspirin in it. Because aspirin is known to irritate and can even cause ulcerations in the stomach. So to this day, I will never understand why Alka-Seltzer has aspirin in it and why it's marketed to help. Because maybe the ingredients that help as an antacid and calming down the acid, maybe that'll help. But then in addition to that, now you're throwing some aspirin into your stomach and it's just going to cause more irritation and inflammation. So this one has never made sense, but it's been around for a long time. So these products are products that you can buy over the counter. I've just kind of briefly gone through them. You know, you've got these medicines as well as the fillers, the inactive ingredients that you can easily buy over the counter and start taking them. But you have to keep in mind that you're still putting chemicals, you're still putting drugs into your body and into your intestine. And these are only going to be a temporary fix. This is simply a temporary fix. Not to mention, you may actually have worsening of your symptoms with something like this because of the aspirin. This here with all those fillers that it has, these are things that you have to keep in mind when you are trying to figure out what to do because you're not feeling well. You're having issues with stomach pain or gas, bloating, heartburn, acid reflux. It's okay if you needed to take something temporary, But as I said, this is a temporary fix. In the end, these are still chemicals, drugs that you're putting in your body that I would prefer you not to be putting in your body. So first of all, you need to get worked up. You need to get evaluated by a gastroenterologist, get worked up to make sure that there's nothing bad going on. All right, that's number one. Number two, you may be asking, well, Dr. Cruz, what should I take if I'm suffering from gas, heartburn, acid reflux? Sometimes I just have discomfort in my stomach. What should I take? What could help me? Well, assuming that you've already gone to get worked up, you've seen a gastroenterologist, they've done testing on you, maybe even did an endoscopy to look in your esophagus and stomach, make sure there's nothing bad going on. You want to make sure all of that is done. Then my next recommendation would be these amazing products. You've got the Dr. Liz Cruz Pleasant Probiotics and the Dr. Liz Cruz Everyday Enzymes. These products are clean, they're natural, they're vegan, they have no fillers, absolutely no fillers, no preservatives, no artificial flavorings, no sugar. These are just pure products. So what do we have in here? These are enzymes. These are digestive enzymes that are going to help digest your food. A lot of people have problems digesting, and in the end, they end up suffering from gas, bloating, even acid reflux if food is sitting in your stomach longer than it should. This is going to absolutely help because it's going to help to digest the food that you ate. This will be taken with your meals to help you break it down. And there's enzymes in here for all the different food groups, your proteins, carbohydrates, your fats, even plant foods like salads. These are what you want to be taking when you eat your meal to try to help you digest better so that you can actually reap the benefits of the nutrition in the food that you ate, and so that you're not suffering with gas, bloating, acid reflux. They can also help in people who have issues with diarrhea and constipation, because sometimes the problem is that they're not digesting well and the food passes through undigested, and now you've got chunks of food passing through, so you're not even getting the nutritional benefit of it. And sometimes because of the fact that it's undigested and it's going down your intestine, it will cause issues like diarrhea, constipation. The probiotics also is going to help your intestine. So these are the enzymes that will help you digest your food. The probiotics are the healthy bacteria that is going to help to make your intestines stronger. 70 to 80% of your immune system is in your gut, in your intestine. So when you take these good, healthy bacteria, it's going to help your immune system. It's going to help your gut. And believe it or not, I have taken care of thousands of patients who had gas, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, who by taking this have had significant improvement, sometimes complete resolution of their symptoms. The combination of these two, oh my goodness, is so powerful. Digestive enzymes and probiotics, this combination is one of the most powerful combinations. This is the 1-2 punch right here. The enzymes and the probiotics. This combination has helped so many thousands of our patients and clients. And not only that, a lot of them have been able to get off some of their medicine, some of their acid reflux medicine. They've been able to throw this stuff away and not ever have to go back to the store to pick up any of these digestive aids. I'm going to include the link in this video that you can click and buy your bottle of enzymes and probiotics today. Today. Don't wait. Thank you so much for joining us.